Hey everybody, here I am, I'm Dorina, you're in my kitchen, and we are here to help you get your family back to the table. And we all know that dinner brings them to the table, but dessert keeps them there a little longer. So today, I'm going to teach you one of my traditional biscotti, one from my hometown called Zuzzamedde. Basically, they're little biscotti, and but we have a fun name for them, so it's so fun to say, Zuzzamedde. So M-E-D-D-E, it's fun. Anyway, so we're gonna make them. It is so easy. You can make these once a week if you want. They're so good. And they last forever though. So when you make them, make the whole recipe. I'm gonna do a half recipe here to show you, but the whole recipe I will post and you will be able to get it. So, very, very simple. The ingredients you need are flour, sugar, eggs, olive oil, and almonds this time. And of course, if you want, you can put in a little vanilla or flavoring. I'm going to today. The actual original recipe does not call for vanilla. It doesn't call for any flavoring. It's just the almonds give it the flavor. So what we're going to do is I'll make a little noise. But what's really good about this recipe is you don't have to put things in any order. You put it all in. So I usually put my dry in, I put my wet on top, and turn the mixer on. So we're going to put in our 4 cups of flour, which in other words would be half a kilo. I'm going to put in 1 cup of sugar, which is about 100, I think it's 100 grams. And 200 grams. Let's see. And then 4 eggs. Let's put this up here. Let's get that started. And then we're going to put in a 1/4 cup of olive oil, which is 50 grams weight-wise. Make sure I get them all in there. And 10 grams of baking powder, which I forgot to get out. So you guys know me. I'm always forgetting something. Okay, 10 grams of baking powder, which is basically, actually it would be 5 grams because this is half. It's basically a teaspoon. Well, I know what a teaspoon looks like. So we're going to put in a teaspoon of baking powder. Some of the old recipes don't even have baking powder in the recipe. So I'm going to get this started here. Not too bad. It goes nice and easy until you put the nuts in. So I've got 3/4 of a cup of almonds. And I'm going to get them in. It starts out kind of grainy, and then it takes a few minutes and it comes together. I put my almonds in. Now they're going to make noise because they're going to clunk and I throw just a little vanilla in. Probably half a teaspoon. Yeah, I know. That's the way you do it. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it up a minute, so just hang tight. Yeah, that's why I already asked me, where's the plastic cover? It's in the closet. You can smell the olive oil, you can smell the almonds. They break up a little bit, but they stay, for the most part, they stay pretty whole. Alright, it's starting to come together. So I'm going to show you right now. Just going to do this since you can't see this because I'm doing this on my own. So right now it's kind of a little crumbly, but it does stick together. But I'm going to let it come together a little bit more in the mixer, and then we're going to form it into our logs. Good stuff. All of a sudden it starts to come together and it's going to be clumping around. Okay. Alright. So now, let's move this stuff out of the way real quick here. And me show you what's next. See, this is so quick and easy. I mean, we're practically almost done. All right. So now, of course, there's always going to be nuts in the bottom. So we're gonna knead them in. Okay. And I'm just going to break this into a couple of pieces here so I can kind of knead it a little bit separately so I can get all these nuts kind of mixed into the middle of the dough. Because even though you put them in there, you know, it kind of doesn't always mix in 100%. Find some extra loose ones, just shove them in there. Okay, and then all we do is roll them into logs. Now what's important, it doesn't matter how long you make the log. What's more important is the width, the circumference, and all that stuff. So we're going to make them into, some will be short, some will be long, doesn't matter. What's more important is that these nuts are stuck in the dough. Just squeeze it together. Sometimes those nuts make it one and two. All right. And just make sure, I like to make sure my ends are flat because then I don't have this little pointy burnt, although Pasquale likes the burnt ends. Okay. Make sure it's all together, and then these last little pieces will get in here. So these are a fun recipe. So you can also do these with any kind of nut. You can do these with hazelnuts, that's really good too. And of course, always almonds are the typical. You can put chocolate chips in them. You take this base recipe and you take the nuts out. You can put whatever you want in. You can put chocolate and raisins and whatever kind of nuts you want. Cranberry raisins. Okay, so you'll see I've got 3 different logs here. They're all about, oh, there's a lot of nuts in that piece. There we go. So see, the thickness is about the same, and you want that, that's the important part. It doesn't matter how long they are. What's most important is this length. So now, I'm going to put them on the tray. Whoop. All right, you move over. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to do this so you can see. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of flatten them down just a little. So I want them to, you know, widen some. Now, if you want really wide, these are kind of, you know, shorter. And they're nice like on the side of an espresso dish when your friends come over to have coffee with you. It's nice. You do these, so impressive. Oh, you made these? Of course I did. So, all right. Here we go. And these are going to go in the oven. So they're going to go in a 180 Celsius or a 350 Fahrenheit oven. And for about 15 to 20 minutes. But I start checking them around the 14-minute mark. Or once they start getting golden. Every oven's different, remember that, so check it out. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, wow, look. There's other ones in the oven. What do you know? The magic of video. All right. Well, these are beautiful. Look at this, huh? Look at that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one. Woo, that hot, hot, hot. We'll take one off. We'll let those cool off for a few minutes. Normally, you want to let them cool, and then you're going to slice them. I'm going to show you what you do next. So, you get a nice sharp knife. You can cut them straight across, which is the typical Zuzzamedde, or you can cut them on the angle. You know how sometimes people like the Biscotti on the angle. I'm going to just take my little towel. I'm going to slice a couple very carefully. A nice sharp knife. You don't need a serrated knife. If you use a serrated knife, end up breaking apart. Nice sharp knife. Now I will tell you, these are good just like this. Okay, so this batch I'm going to tell you, this batch I made with hazelnuts, and the one that you just watched with the almonds. But see, aren't they yummy? Mmm, yum. And basically what happens next, so I got ahead, I got to show you what they look like done. See, they're just slightly golden. You'll lay these on their side, put them back on the tray, and let them cook a few minutes, 5, 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes at the most, just until they look like the center here, the center looks like it's, you know, a regular cookie. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit wet, so to speak, till they look nice and dried out and just slightly golden. And that's when they're ready. But they're also really good to eat, just like this. Mm. Yum. Mm. Now I need espresso. Where's my husband when I need him? I need an espresso. So, that is how you make the Zuzzamedde. I will post a picture of them fully done, but this is it. You just keep slicing away. And don't make them too thick now. You want, and also, same thing, you know, you want to keep them uniform so then when you put these on a tray, you know, they're all so pretty. Oh, wow. Look at all the nuts in the middle of that one. It looks so pretty. The hazelnuts are so pretty cut up. So that's that. So anyway, that's the Zuzzamedde recipe that everybody was asking for. So I'm going to read it to you really quickly and I will post it. A full recipe, and I strongly recommend you make a full recipe. 3 of those little logs, that doesn't last very long, trust me. So the full recipe is 1 kilo of flour, which is 8 cups, 8 eggs, 600 grams of sugar, although I cut that, because that's 2.5 cups. I only put 2 cups, 1 cup in the half. So I cut that by half a cup. 10 grams of baking powder, which is 2 teaspoons. 100 grams of extra virgin olive oil, which is half a cup. And 300 grams of whole almonds, which is about, what did I say, 3/4 and 3/4 is 1.5 cups of something like that. 1.5, 2 cups, 300 grams. Get a scale. Anyway, or you can put in whatever you've got. If you don't have enough, just put some in. So I keep my almonds. I'm gonna reach and show you. See, my almonds are in a jar like this. So anyway, so that's the recipe. And again, you just bake them in the logs. You're gonna bring them in here. They always look grainy at first, so you've got to make sure you let it mix long enough, so then all of a sudden it starts to come together. That oil has to get mixed in with everything. All right, so there you go. That's your Zuzzamedde biscotti recipe. And let me know how they come out. If you make some, send me a picture, post it under the video here. Please do me a favor. I am really growing lately, and I am trying so hard to reach 10,000 on Facebook, so I can, you know, make a little bit. So if you wouldn't mind, share these recipes, share my videos, and let's see if we can't make it to 10,000. You guys help me get to 5,000. You guys help me get to everything I've done. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you like the videos I bring you. Anyway, so typical of me. That's a good one. Anyway, so have a great evening. You can make these right now. I just made them. It's almost 5 o'clock. We'll have these tonight for dinner. After dinner. I mean, you know, after dinner. And tomorrow with the coffee. Yeah. So anyway, have a good night. Ciao.